What makes a truly great VR game? Is it realistic physics, insane immersion, or endless modding, or maybe just chaotic multiplayer fun with friends? Hey, maybe it's realistic zombie
Brother,
But drop your thoughts in the comments before I blow your mind with a game that does it all. Welcome to Beyond Sandbox, a next-gen modern platform that's set to revolutionize VR gaming for both players and creators. In this video, I'm breaking down everything you need to know from what the game is to what makes it truly unique, plus its expected release date and available platform. So what makes Beyond Sandbox different? Well, let's compare it to something like Blade and Sorcery. In Blade and Sorcery, modding is optional. You can download custom weapons, spells and maps, but the core game remains the same. You're still playing the game within the developer's framework. But in Beyond Sandbox, the game is the framework. You can create your own maps, weapons and mechanics, and even entire game modes. Think Garry's mod, but in VR, where the tools are built in directly into the experience rather than being an add-on. Instead of waiting for the developers to add content, Beyond Sandbox puts that power in your hand. So now we got that out of the way, let's talk about some of the mind-blowing features that make Beyond Sandbox truly unique. So the first thing that stands out about Beyond Sandbox is its advanced physics. Take a look at how these sharp objects penetrate enemies and create blood spatter in real time. Not only does it look amazing, but you also get real-time haptic feedback from touching your in-game fingers. And that's not all, there's even the ability to break bones, making the combat experience feel very, very visceral. Oh, and for those who enjoy a little bit more risque content, the developers have thrown in realistic zombie with working jiggle physics, because, you know, why not? So next up, let's talk about combat. We've already seen how you can use melee weapons to penetrate and damage bodies with the advanced physics, but melee weapons aren't the only ones taking advantage of physics. Guns do too. Each firearm has weight and recoil that varies depending on whether you're using one-handed or two-handed grip, and the cool part is you can see the bullets inside the chamber, so you know exactly how much ammo you've got left. And if you're feeling extra pro, you can even double grab small items like a magazine to reload faster, a mechanic we have never seen before in any VR game. We all love grabbing things in VR, but Beyond Sandbox takes this to the next level with its procedural grip technology. You can grab anything and everything in a variety of different ways, adding a whole new layer of realism to your interactions. This means more natural, dynamic engagements, whether you're holding a weapon, picking up objects, or just messing around with the environment, or just doing this. The ability to grab and manipulate things however you want opens up endless possibilities for fun and interaction, especially in multiplayer. Oh, did I mention multiplayer? So, speaking of multiplayer, let's talk about the game's online capabilities. Beyond Sandbox allows you to jump into multiplayer where all of the physics, combat and modding tools work together to create an experience that can be either cooperative or competitive. And depending on what content you're currently playing, whether you're teaming up to create something awesome or duking it out in a custom game mode, multiplayer takes everything to the next level. I mean, just look at this recent update from the developer's YouTube channel.
Our multiplayer physics are fully synced between players, creating new gameplay opportunities.
So in close quarters combat, like someone comes around a corner, you can like push their gun barrel out of the way if you want to.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
How insane is that? The ability to push your opponent's gun out of the way and go in for a close quarters kill. But wait, it does get even better, as the developers have shared some exciting updates, giving us a peek into what's coming down the line. So the developers have said, we're developing a core multiplayer game mode with a well-defined gameplay loop. It's not just a sandbox, we just can't reveal all the details yet. And we've been working closely with top modders for months to develop the best mod kit possible, ensuring they can create the wildest mods in the easiest way possible. Once the kit is ready, we'll talk about it more. But what exactly does this mean for Beyond Sandbox? Well, it's clear that this isn't just another VR game thrown together to cash in on a trend. The developers are genuinely focused on creating something that evolves with the community. With all the advanced physics, realistic combat, and modding power, it's shaping up to be a game that gives players and creators the tools to do whatever they want, whether that's going crazy in multiplayer or crafting your own world from scratch. The most exciting part is that the game's not just about playing, it's about building and shaping the experience, and the devs aren't just handing you a game and saying, saying, here, have fun. They're giving you the power to expand and transform it in many, many different ways we may have never seen before. So what do you think? Are you hyped as I am to dive into Beyond Sandbox and start creating your own wild VR worlds? And I guess you're all wondering, when is Beyond Sandbox coming and what platforms is it going to be on? So Beyond Sandbox is set to be available on multiple platforms including Meta Quest 2, Meta Quest 3, PC via Steam. As of now, the official release date has not been announced, but it's slated for a 2025 release. So what do you think? Are you hyped as I am?